He can, if they believe God just for salvation and basically forgiveness of sins, they will be even water baptized. But later on, once they have somebody who knows what they're doing, they can now lay hands on them and be filled with the Holy Spirit. So hopefully, from a theological standpoint, I hope I'm answering the questions for people who say initial, subsequent experience. You see that it can be initial, it can be subsequent, or it can be, so it can either be both. Acts chapter 2 and Acts chapter, John 20, Acts chapter 2, Acts chapter 8, you see all of them are pointing to a subsequent experience, meaning that people receive the Holy Spirit in them. But actually, even chapter 8, chapter 2, it explains a subsequent experience. Because in John 20, they were filled, they received the Holy Spirit, but they were taught to wait until the Holy Spirit comes upon to empower them in that chapter 2. So that's the subsequent experience. Now, in Acts chapter 8, it's even different because at this time, they didn't have the Holy Spirit in them at all. They only believed and they were water baptized, but they had the Holy Spirit come upon them. So which you see now, they had the Holy Spirit in them and upon them, but after water baptism. But now in Acts chapter 10, we see that the Holy Spirit came upon them. They even started to speak in other tongues. It so astonished Peter and the people who came with him. And Peter said, can we keep these people from being water baptized, seeing that the Lord has done it a different way? He has even filled them with the Holy Spirit before we even get to water baptize them, before we even get to give him an altar call. So you see that you can't keep God in a box. But suffice to say, you see the initial experience, if you may call it, where people are filled with the Holy Spirit and have the Holy Spirit in them and upon them. In Acts chapter 10, verse 44 and on, we have Acts chapter 8 where people believe they are water baptized and then wait until the apostles come and lay hands on them. So that's a different experience in itself from salvation. They had believed and even water baptized, but at the beginning of Acts chapter 2 and John 20, we see a complete subsequent experience where actually they had the Holy Spirit in them and they had to wait to have the Holy Spirit upon them. So what I'm saying is you can have the Holy Spirit in you and not upon you, not be empowered, not have the boldness, not see the power of God manifest in your life.